Hello and welcome everybody, this is TP Gaming coming to you live from Tullamarine International Airport in Melbourne, Australia. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. I certainly am having an alright day. Yeah, all good, all good. I'm healthy, I'm not sick, nothing's wrong there. Family's fine, so we should be good and happy. So where are we right now? We're here at the top tower, the new tower of Tullamarine. We're up here 55 meters up in the air. Just in front of us is the old tower, which is now being used for nothing. Anyway, we are already into this day a little bit. As you can see, we've had what do we have? We had 18 takeoffs, 19 arrivals. Just so basically things have started off a little bit. This is a timetable from Battlehawk, so thank you very much, sir. Appreciate your input to this timetable. Thank you very much. So I'm going to continue this schedule here just a little bit to see how things are going. We were having arrivals on runway 34 on the bottom left here, and arrivals on 27. We'll have departures on 34 and of course of 27 as well. We've got Singapore Airlines already moving about. We're going to turn the cameras on so you guys can watch it out a little bit. Why don't I just turn these off and you can watch a couple of minutes whilst planes are just moving about. And yeah, we'll see how we go from there. So thank you very much for joining, and let's get cracking, as they say. Qantas 45, Qantas 470, runway 27.
Runway 27, Qantas 470.
Jetstar 779, runway 34, clear to land.
Runway 34, clear to land, Jetstar 779.
Well, actually Jetstar should be from down there. Jetstar 712, runway 34, clear to land.
Runway 34, clear to land, Jetstar 712.
So, as you can see, we're pretty far away. There are the two towers there on the left-hand side, with the larger one, the new one now. It's been there for a couple of years now, but it's still brand new. And in one of my older videos, I told everybody that there is a private company that is considering renting the small tower and putting a restaurant in there. So I don't know if they're going to do that or not, since this definitely is an airport security area. I don't know how they are going to solve that problem, if they're going to build fences all around it or whatever. No idea. Velocity 1371, taxi to terminal via Tango Alpha.
Taxi to terminal via Tango Alpha, velocity 1371.
Velocity 853, runway 34, line up and wait behind next landing aircraft.
Runway 34, line up and wait behind next landing aircraft, velocity 853.
Yes, as you can see, there's plenty of room between the tower. Usually on other airports, you have a tower right here in the middle, on top of the gates and terminals and all that so forth, or at least in between. Over here, it just looks to me just very, very far away somehow. Q-Link 2084, pushback approved. Expect runway 27.
Tower 27, pushback approved. Q-Link 2084.
Qantas 470, runway 27, line up and wait.
Runway 27, line up and wait, Qantas 470.
So they just arrived, Jetstar. Let me just, there's not much to see here, so I might as well just turn these back on. So the Jetstar arriving 565 has just arrived from Brisbane, Queensland in Australia. About halfway down the coast of the eastern coast. And we will need to get velocity up in the air very, very quickly. So Jetstar should get off soon. Goes another Jetstar 779.
Tower, Jetstar 665 with you, runway 34.
Okay, so Jetstar get off there, so we can finally get going. Quickly. Velocity 853, runway 34 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Runway 34 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure, velocity 853.
Q-Link 2084, runway 27.
Negative. Q-Link 2084.
Oh, you're still turning around. Qantas Tug 3. What are you doing there with Q-Link? Get going. So, Jetstar 565, taxi to terminal via Tango Alpha.
Taxi to terminal via Tango Alpha Jetstar 565.
So we got Jetstar coming in. We have 9 miles, so we should be okay. Singapore 228, runway 34, line up and wait behind next landing aircraft.
Runway 34, line up and wait behind next landing aircraft. Singapore 228.
Qantas 470, runway 27 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Runway 27 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure. Qantas 470.
Jetstar 665, runway 34, cleared to land.
Runway 34 cleared to land. Jetstar 665.
So the now departing Qantas flight 470 is leaving from Melbourne on his way to Sydney. One of the major airports in Australia as well. And Q-Link on the top is still moving about. Qantas Tug 3 for Q-Link 2084. How are you doing? Are you getting organized there or what? Qantas Tug 3, what are you doing? You just keep turning and turning and turning. That is just no good.
Q-Link 2084 ready to taxi.
Oh, no kidding. Q-Link 2084, runway 27.
Runway 27, Q-Link 2084.
Jetstar 779, taxi to terminal via Tango Alpha.
Taxi to terminal via Tango Alpha. Jetstar 779er.
So how are we doing? We've got Jetstar 665 coming in after the now coming in Jetstar 712. Actually, I'm going to hold Singapore there because there's nothing behind there really happening. Singapore 228, hold position.
Hold position. Singapore 228.
Singapore 228, runway 34, line up and wait behind next landing aircraft.
Runway 34, line up and wait behind next landing aircraft. Singapore 228.
There's just no use for us to bring Singapore in such a situation, so we got plenty of time. Singapore Airlines 228. Oops, he's running. Singapore 228, hold position.
Hold position. Singapore 228.
That's just unbelievable. I told him to hold short. Wow. Not listening at all. Going to Singapore Changi Airport in Singapore. Actually, let's have a look down the runway and see if he's already halfway on the runway there. So this can certainly give us some problems for the arrival. Look how far it is. It's just so far away. Okay, we may get punished here. I don't know. I hope not. But we will certainly will find out very, very soon. Jetstar 712, taxi to terminal via Tango Alpha.
Taxi to terminal via Tango Alpha. Jetstar 712.
Tigos 413, pushback approved. Expect runway 34.
Tower, Jetstar 477 with you, runway 34.
Q-Link 2084, runway 27, line up and wait.
Ground, 34 pushback approved. TIGG US 413.
Velocity 274, runway 34, clear to land.
Runway 27, line up and wait. Q-Link 2084.
Jetstar 477, runway 34, clear to land.
Runway 34 cleared to land, velocity 274.
Okay, so we got our
Runway 34 cleared to
Jetstar
land,
coming
Jetstar
in here now,
477.
low. as you can see. So let's see if we are going to be penalized here for Singapore moving ahead just a little bit too much. I hope not, but we'll never know. There he is coming in. We got some interesting tight situation. Is he going to hold? Yes, he is going to crash. Okay, well, we knew it could have happened, so we did tell Singapore to hold and wait, but unfortunately Singapore 228, runway 34 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure. Even though he's damaged, he needs to suffer. I mean, he has some damage there, and he'll just have to go through that. It's just unbelievable. That's the problem with you know, in this situation. Most probably he didn't understand me, and yeah, it was just a communications problem. My English not as good as his, and therefore he misunderstood. Yeah, well, that's what happened, and now we are certainly far in the minus. One of these things. Tigos 413, runway 34, taxi via Sierra Whiskey Kilo.
Runway 34 taxi via Sierra Whiskey Kilo TIGG US 413.
Okay, the pilots told me they just went around the aircraft, saw that the damage wasn't too bad. Singapore has built a, well, what do we have there? Singapore has a Boeing, so the Boeing 777 wide is very, very strenuous and did not suffer any damage. He just sort of pushed the other aircraft away and just blew it to pieces, and nothing happened. Wow. Gosh, I hate that. Have I ever told you about that? Okay. So let's turn the camera back on again, and then we shall see and have a look at Q-Link. These tiny aircrafts traveling forth and back in Australia. This one, in case, is on his way to Mildura. So how do we have enough time? Yeah, we got it. Q-Link 2804. Okay, I should press the right button here, so it's too late now. Velocity 231, pushback approved. Expect runway 34.
Tower 34, pushback approved. Velocity 231.
Velocity 159R4, runway 34 clear to land.
Runway 34 cleared to land, velocity 159R4.
So whilst we're talking, we might as well, not whilst we're talking, but whilst we are having a couple of seconds there in between, I would like to say thank you and welcome to all the new subscribers. Welcome, guys. Thank you for joining. If you have any questions, you put them down in the comment section. I'll certainly answer all of them. And if you enjoy what I'm doing, please press the like button.
Tower,
and
velocity 231 ready to taxi.
I would appreciate that. Velocity 231, runway 34, taxi via Sierra Whiskey Kilo.
Runway 34 taxi via Sierra Whiskey Kilo, velocity 231.
Tigos 413, runway 34, line up and wait behind next landing aircraft.
Runway 34 line up and wait behind next landing aircraft TIGG US 413.
As you can see, we hardly have any general aviation, and that is actually true. In Melbourne, there in Tullamarine Airport, there's definitely hardly any general aviation. There's not much going around. Q-Link 2084, runway 27 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Runway 27 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure. Q-Link 2084.
Tower, Etihad 463 requesting push and start.
Etihad 463, pushback approved, expect runway 34.
Ground, 34 pushback approved. Etihad 463. Tower, Qantas 446 requesting push and start.
Qantas 446, pushback approved, expect runway 27.
Tower, 27 pushback approved. Qantas 446.
Velocity 274, taxi to terminal via Tango Alpha. Actually, I'm not going to do that. Velocity 274, taxi to terminal via Victor Golf.
Taxi to terminal via Victor Golf velocity 274.
Yeah, we're just going to have him turn around down there, so that should be okay. And what else has been happening?
Foxtrot Golf Mike with you, runway 34.
Well, there you go. At first, we're saying there is no general aviation, and all of a sudden, there is. Foxtrot Golf Mike, runway 34, clear to land.
Runway 34 clear to land, Foxtrot Golf Mike.
Ground, Etihad 463 ready to taxi.
Etihad 463, runway 34, taxi via Alpha Kilo.
Runway 34 taxi via Alpha Kilo Etihad 463.
Velocity 274, taxi to terminal via Tango Alpha Uniform.
Tower, Qantas 446 ready to taxi.
Qantas 446, runway 27, line up and wait.
Taxi to terminal via Tango Alpha Uniform velocity 274. Runway 27 line up and wait, Qantas 446.
We certainly have a long runway for the planes to finally turn right on runway 34. So they're basically moving slowly and slowly and slowly. So that certainly is a well, a certain situation that you have on this airport. Jetstar 477 taxi to terminal via Tango Alpha.
Taxi to terminal via Tango Alpha Jetstar 477.
Tigos 413, runway 34 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Runway 34 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure TIGGS 413.
So this guy is moving
Velocity
the
742
fellows up
runway
to
34.
Perth, Western Australia, all the way in the west. Velocity 742, runway 34, clear to land.
Runway 34 cleared to land, velocity 742.
Velocity 231, runway 34, line up and wait behind next landing aircraft.
Runway 34 line up and wait behind next landing aircraft, velocity 231.
We got Etihad,
Tower, Jetstar 444 requesting push and start.
Jetstar 444, pushback approved, expect runway 34.
Ground, 34 pushback approved. Jetstar 444.
And Etihad, of course, where else would he be going? To Abu Dhabi International Airport in the United Arab Emirates. We got a Qantas flight 446. He's on his way to Sydney, or will be very soon. Unfortunately, it's difficult to have, I cannot tell aircrafts to lower their speed, because if you, when you see down below, the Foxtrot Golf Mike General Aviation is being followed by Velocity 742, and if Foxtrot Golf Mike is still at 171 knots, but he's slowing down dramatically, so now Velocity is still at 220 knots, so he's going to catch up very, very fast. Most probably we will have to what we might do is we're going to have Foxtrot Golf Mike to do a touch and go. Velocity 231, runway 34 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Runway 34 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude.
Depending, we
3000,
still
contact
have
departure,
a
velocity
6-7
231.
mile difference between those two, so we might just be lucky and fortunate enough to get them going. Velocity 859er, pushback approved, expect runway 34.
Tower.
We
34
might do that. We might give them a
Velocity
command
859er.
of a touch and go, and then we can you can do a bit of practicing of running around. We'll give that order just a little bit later to see if it's going to be enough. It might be too late, who knows. It's down to 130. Etihad 463, runway 34 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Runway 34 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000. Contact departure Etihad 463.
So we still have a 5 mile there. It could be okay. Etihad 463, hold position. Actually, I just want to hold
position,
that
Etihad
there for a
463.
second. Oh, why can't you see the 80s? Oh, sorry guys. Sorry about that. Qantas 446, runway 27 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000. Contact departure.
Runway 27 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000. Contact departure Qantas 446.
Jetstar 477. Jetstar 477, hold short on taxiway Sierra.
Tower. Velocity 859 ready to taxi.
Jetstar 444, runway 34, taxi via Sierra Whiskey Kilo.
Hold short of taxiway Sierra Jetstar 477.
Velocity 859, runway 34, taxi via Sierra Whiskey Kilo.
Runway 34 taxi via Sierra Whiskey Kilo Jetstar 444.
Okay, well it looks
Runway
like
34
Foxtrot
taxi
Golf
via
Mike
Sierra
is
Whiskey Kilo,
moving in
velocity
very,
859er.
very fast enough to get going, so you should be okay, but we're still gonna do it, you know, let's be crazy. Foxtrot Golf Mike, runway 34, cleared to touch and go.
Negative. Foxtrot Golf Mike.
Oh, Foxtrot Golf Mike, runway 34, cleared to...
Say again.
What are we gonna do? Let me Foxtrot Golf Mike, runway 34, cleared for stop and go. No, he's not listening anymore. Okay. Foxtrot Golf Mike, runway 34, cleared for touch and go. Touch and go, not stop and go. Okay, it's too late now anyway. Foxtrot Golf Mike, exit at taxiway Juliet.
Unable to land. The runway is too short. Foxtrot Golf Mike.
Don't show off as if you've got such a large aircraft. Jetstar 477, continue taxi.
Continue taxi Jetstar 477.
Velocity 159R4, taxi to terminal via Tango Alpha.
Tower. Qantas 815 with you runway 34.
Taxi to terminal via Tango Alpha velocity 159er4.
Qantas 815, runway 34, clear to land.
Runway 34 cleared to land Qantas 815.
Okay, so we're going to have velocity, we're going to try and get them. Velocity 859, a hold position.
Hold position velocity 859er.
See if velocity is going to catch up to Foxtrot Golf Mike. I shouldn't think so, because he's gotten along pretty far now. What is he? What's that? What kind of aircraft is that actually? It's not that big. What's it called? LJ6. So there's velocity coming in. Foxtrot Golf Mike, taxi to terminal via Tango Alpha.
Taxi to terminal via Tango Alpha Foxtrot Golf Mike.
Etihad 463, runway 34, line up and wait.
Runway 34 line up.
Velocity
and wait, Etihad
859,
463.
continue taxi.
Continue taxi velocity 859er.
Oh well, no problem in the end, but I doubt very much. I think we're gonna, with this timetable, we may need 3 hours to get back to zero. Actually, could we fasten this up? But let's speed things up a little bit, guys. I'm falling asleep here. Velocity 742, taxi to terminal via Tango Alpha.
Taxi to terminal via Tango Alpha velocity 742.
Etihad 463, runway 34 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Runway 34 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000. Contact
Jetstar
departure,
444,
Etihad
runway
463.
34, line up and wait.
Runway 34 line up and wait Jetstar 444.
Unfortunately, we have
Tower,
hardly any
velocity
departures.
850 with you runway 34.
So we got velocity 850 coming in from Sydney as well. Velocity 850, runway 34, clear to land.
Runway 34 cleared to land velocity 850.
Jetstar 444, runway 34 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Runway 34 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000. Contact departure Jetstar 444.
Velocity 859, runway 34, line up and wait.
Runway 34 line up and wait velocity 859er.
Tower, velocity 1328 requesting push and start.
Velocity 742. Velocity 1328, pushback approved. Expect runway 34.
Ground, 34 pushback approved. Velocity 1328.
Velocity 859, runway 34 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Runway 34 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure velocity 859er.
Velocity 1328, runway 34, taxi via Sierra Whiskey Kilo.
Ground, velocity 1328 ready to taxi. Runway 34 taxi via Sierra Whiskey Kilo velocity 1328.
So this timetable only has about, I think it's about 45 to 50 departures and arrivals, and mostly you won't get most of these anyway. So unfortunately, we don't have that much action over here. But then again,
Tower,
enough action to still stuff it up.
Runway 34.
Tower, Jetstar 518 requesting push and start.
Jetstar 518, pushback approved. Expect runway 34.
Ground, 34 pushback approved. Jetstar 518.
Takeoff 253, runway 34 clear to land.
Runway 34 cleared to land, takeoff 253.
Qantas 815, taxi to terminal via Foxtrot Echo.
Taxi to terminal via Foxtrot Echo Qantas 815.
Tower, Q-Link 2285 requesting push and start.
Q-Link 2285, pushback approved.
Ground, Jetstar 518 ready to
I'm
taxi.
just going to hold him there for a
Say
second
again.
with this speed. Jetstar 518, runway 34, taxi via Sierra Whiskey Kilo.
Runway 34 taxi via Sierra Whiskey Kilo Jetstar
Velocity
518.
1328, runway 34 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Runway 34 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure velocity 1328.
Velocity 850, taxi to terminal via Tango Alpha.
Taxi to terminal via Tango Alpha velocity 850. Tower, Qantas 443 with you runway 34.
Qantas 443, runway 34 clear to land.
Runway 34 cleared to land, Qantas 443.
Q-Link 2285, pushback approved. Expect runway 27.
Tower, 27 pushback approved. Q-Link 2285.
Jetstar 518, runway 34 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Runway 34 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure Jetstar 518.
Q-Link 2285, runway 27, line up and wait.
Tower, Q-Link 2285 ready to taxi.
Tigos 253, taxi to terminal via Tango Alpha.
Runway 27 line up and wait, Q-Link 2285. Taxi to terminal via Tango Alpha, takeoff
Qantas
253.
468, pushback approved. Expect runway 27.
Tower, Qantas 468 requesting push and start.
I wonder how he's
Tower,
going to turn
27
back and
pushback
back.
approved.
He's going to go. He's going
Qantas
forwards
468.
and everywhere. Qantas 37, pushback approved. Expect runway 27.
Tower, Qantas 826 requesting push and start.
Ground, 27 pushback approved. Qantas 37.
Velocity 12904, runway 34 clear to land.
Tower, Qantas 37
Q-Link
requesting push and start.
2285. Now we're just going to hold
Runway
you
34
there for
cleared
a
to
little
land,
bit
velocity
because this is
12904.
too fast.
Tower, Sri Lankan 605 requesting push and start.
Sri Lankan 605, pushback approved. Expect runway 34.
Tower, velocity 12904 with you runway 34.
Qantas 347, runway 27.
Tower, 34 pushback approved. Sri Lankan 605.
Qantas 468, runway 27.
Runway 27 Qantas 37.
Q-Link 2285, runway 27 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Negative. Qantas 468.
Qantas 37, runway 27, line up and wait.
Runway 27
Qantas
cleared for takeoff upon
443,
reaching
taxi
altitude
to
3000,
terminal
contact departure,
via
Q-Link
Echo,
2285.
hold short on taxiway Papa. Oh, he doesn't, that's way too much. Stop. Okay. Qantas 443, taxi to terminal via Echo.
Taxi to terminal via Echo Qantas 443.
Qantas 443, hold short on taxiway Papa.
Runway 27 line up and wait
Sri
Qantas
Lankan
37.
605, runway 34, taxi via Tango Alpha Kilo.
Hold short of taxiway Papa Qantas 443.
We're just going to
Runway 34
slow
taxi
things
via
down
Tango
just a
Alpha Kilo, Skyline
little bit, not to
605.
get in problems. Velocity 228, runway 34, clear to land.
Ground. Qantas
Rex
37 ready to taxi.
3682, pushback approved, expect runway 34.
Runway 34 cleared to land velocity 228.
Qantas 468, runway 27.
Ground. 34 pushback approved. Rex 3682. Negative. Qantas 468.
Yeah, because he is
Tower.
hitting the
Qantas
back of the other
626 requesting push and
aircraft,
start.
as you can
Tower.
see, and
Velocity 228 with
therefore
you, runway
he can't
34.
move properly, so we have to take care of him now.
605 ready to taxi.
Qantas 626, pushback approved, expect runway 27.
Tower. Rex 3682 requesting push and start.
Velocity 12904, taxi to terminal via Tango Alpha.
Tower. 27 pushback
Qantas
approved.
826, pushback approved, expect
626.
runway 27.
Tower. 27 pushback approved. Qantas 826.
Rex 3682, runway 34, taxi via Sierra Whiskey Kilo.
Taxi to terminal via Tango Alpha velocity 12904.
Runway 34 taxi via Sierra Whiskey Kilo Rex 3682. Ground. Rex 3682 ready to taxi. Tower. Qantas 626 ready to taxi.
Qantas 626, runway 27.
Runway 27 Qantas 626.
Tower. Qantas 826 ready to taxi.
Qantas 826, runway 27.
Runway 27 Qantas 826.
Qantas 37, runway 27, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Runway 27 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000 contact departure Qantas 37.
Velocity 228, taxi to terminal via Tango Alpha.
Taxi to terminal via Tango Alpha velocity 228.
Qantas 626, runway 27, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Runway 27 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000 contact departure Qantas 626.
Rex 3682, hold position.
Hold position Rex 3682.
Sri Lankan 605, runway 34, line up and wait.
Runway 34 line up and wait Sri Lankan 605.
Rex 3682, continue taxi.
Continue taxi Rex 3682.
Qantas 443, continue taxi.
Continue taxi Qantas
Qantas
443.
826, runway 27, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Runway 27 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000 contact departure Qantas 826.
Jetstar 772, pushback approved, expect runway 34.
Tower. Tigos 243 with you runway 34.
Tigos 243, runway 34, clear to land.
Tower. 34 pushback approved. Jetstar 772.
So we're going to speed things up a little here so we can get back to zero.
Tower. Jetstar 772 requesting push and
If
start.
we have to do it the hard way, we'll do it the hard way.
Tower. Jetstar 772 ready to taxi.
Jetstar 772, runway 34, taxi via Sierra Whiskey Kilo.
Runway 34 taxi via Sierra Whiskey Kilo Jetstar 772.
Sri Lankan 605, runway 34, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Runway 34 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000 contact departure Sri Lankan 605.
Rex 3682, runway 34, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Runway 34 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000 contact departure Rex 3682.
Velocity 233, pushback approved, expect runway 34.
Tower. Velocity 233 requesting push and start. Tower. 34 pushback approved. Velocity 233.
Okay, let's speed things up a little more.
Tower. Velocity 233 ready to taxi.
Velocity 233, runway 34, taxi via Sierra Whiskey Kilo.
Runway 34 taxi via Sierra Whiskey Kilo velocity 233. Tower. Tigos 504 with you runway 34.
Tigos 504, runway 34, clear to land.
Tower. Qantas 155 requesting push and start.
Qantas 155, pushback approved, expect runway 27.
Runway 34 cleared to land Tigos 504.
Tower. 27 pushback approved. Qantas 155.
Jetstar 772, runway 34, line up and wait.
Runway 34 line up and wait Jetstar 772.
Qantas 155, runway 27, line up and wait.
Tower. Qantas 155 ready to taxi.
Tigos 243, taxi to terminal via Foxtrot Tango Alpha.
Runway 27 line up and wait Qantas 155.
Jetstar 772, runway 34, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Taxi to terminal via Foxtrot Tango Alpha Tigaz 243.
Qantas 445, runway 27, clear to land. Ooh,
Runway
finally
34
somebody
clear
on
for takeoff upon
27.
reaching altitude 3000
First
contact
one
departure Jetstar
today.
772. Runway 27 clear to land Qantas 445.
Qantas 155, runway 27 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Tower, Qantas 445 with you runway 27. Runway 27 cleared for
Ooh,
takeoff.
hopefully that
upon
wasn't
reaching
too
altitude 3000
close.
contact
Get
departure,
past,
Qantas
get
155.
past, get past. Just made it. Made it easy. Velocity 233, runway 34, line up and wait.
Runway 34 line up and wait. Velocity 233.
Tigos 504, taxi to terminal via Foxtrot Tango Alpha.
Taxi to terminal via Foxtrot Tango Alpha Tigaz 504.
Velocity 233, runway 34 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Tower, Qantas 703 with you runway 34.
Qantas 703, runway 34 clear to land.
Runway 34 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure velocity 233.
Come on, we
Runway
need
34 cleared
planes.
to land Qantas 703.
Qantas 448, pushback approved, expect runway 27.
Tower, Qantas 448 requesting push and start. Tower, 27 pushback approved. Qantas 448.
So Qantas 445 is just arriving. Where else? From Sydney, of course.
Tower, Qantas 448 ready
And
to
Qantas
taxi.
448 is
Tower,
going to
Qantas 690
Sydney.
with you runway 27.
Qantas 448, runway 27, line up and wait.
Tower, Jetstar 739er requesting push and start.
Jetstar 739er. Actually, where's Tigos going to? Let him just move in there first and then we'll see how he goes. Qantas 445, taxi to terminal via November Echo.
Taxi to terminal via
Qantas
November
448,
Echo, Qantas
runway
445.
27, line up and wait.
Runway 27 line up and wait Qantas
Jetstar
448.
739er, pushback approved, expect runway 34.
Tower, 34 pushback approved. Jetstar 739er.
Velocity 279er, pushback approved, expect runway 34.
Tower, velocity 279er requesting push and start.
Qantas 690, runway 27, clear to land.
Tower, 34 pushback approved.
Qantas
Velocity
448,
279er.
runway 27 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Runway 27 cleared to land Qantas 690.
Qantas 703, taxi to terminal via Foxtrot Echo.
Runway 27 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude
Jetstar
3000,
739er,
contact
runway
departure, Qantas
34,
448.
taxi via Sierra Whiskey Kilo.
Taxi to terminal via Foxtrot
Jetstar
Echo,
464,
Qantas
pushback
703.
approved, expect runway 34.
Tower, 34
Velocity
pushback
279er, runway
Jetstar
34, taxi
464.
via Sierra Whiskey Kilo.
approved. Runway
Qantas
34
445,
taxi via
continue
Sierra
taxi.
Whiskey Kilo, velocity 279er.
Continue taxi Qantas 445.
Singapore 207, runway 34, clear to land.
Runway 34 taxi via Sierra Whiskey Kilo Jetstar 739er. Runway 34 cleared to land Singapore 207.
Velocity 279er, hold position.
Tower, Singapore 207 with
Jetstar
you, runway
464, runway 34, taxi via Sierra Whiskey Kilo.
Hold position velocity
Qantas
279er.
690, taxi to terminal via November Echo.
Runway 34 taxi via Sierra Whiskey Kilo Jetstar
Velocity
464.
279er, continue taxi.
Taxi to terminal via November Echo Qantas 690. Continue taxi velocity 279er.
Jetstar 739er, runway 34, line up and wait.
Tower, Jetstar 739er ready to taxi. Runway 34 line up and wait Jetstar 739er.
Velocity 854, runway 34, clear to land.
Tower, velocity 279er ready to taxi. Runway 34 cleared to land velocity 854.
Jetstar 739er, runway 34, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Tower, Jetstar 464 requesting push and start.
Singapore 207, taxi to terminal via Echo Tango 1.
Runway 34 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure Jetstar 739er.
Tigos 254, pushback approved, expect runway 34.
Taxi to terminal via Echo Tango 1 Singapore 207.
Qantas, no,
Tower,
we're just going to hold
34
6.
pushback approved. TIGG US 254. Tower, TIGG US 254 requesting push and start.
Rex 3574, runway 34, clear to land.
Tower, velocity 854 with you runway 34.
Jetstar 464, runway 34, line up and wait.
Runway 34 cleared to land Rex 3574.
Qantas 690, continue taxi.
Runway 34 line up and wait
Velocity
Jetstar
854, taxi to terminal via Foxtrot Tango Alpha.
Continue taxi.
Tigos
Qantas
254, runway 34, taxi via Sierra Whiskey Kilo.
Runway 34 taxi
Jetstar
via Sierra
464,
Whiskey
runway
Kilo
34,
TIGG
cleared for
254.
takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Runway 34.
Velocity 279 on runway 34, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Runway 34 cleared for takeoff.
Tigos 536, pushback approved, expect runway 34.
Taxi to terminal via
Velocity
Foxtrot
854.
Tango Alpha, velocity 854.
Velocity 341, pushback approved, expect runway 34.
Ground 34 pushback approved.
Qantas 473, runway 27, clear to land.
Tower 34 pushback approved. Velocity 341.
Tigos 536, runway 34, taxi via Sierra Whiskey Kilo.
Runway 27 cleared to land Qantas
Velocity
473.
341, runway 34, taxi via Sierra Whiskey Kilo.
Runway 34 taxi via Sierra Whiskey Kilo takeoff 536. Runway
Tigos
34 taxi via
254,
Sierra
runway
Whiskey Kilo,
34, line up and wait.
341.
Runway 34 line up and wait TIGG US 254.
So how do you like
Tower,
this speed?
Jetstar
Things
464
are
ready to
moving
taxi.
along a lot faster.
Rex 3574 with you runway 34.
Qantas 693, pushback approved, expect runway 27.
Tower
Velocity
27
1465,
approved.
pushback approved, expect
Qantas
runway
693.
34.
Tower 34
Tigos
pushback
254,
approved.
runway 34, cleared
Velocity
for takeoff
1465.
upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Runway 34 cleared
Rex
for takeoff upon
3574,
reaching
taxi to
3000,
terminal via
contact
Tango
departure
Alpha.
TIGG US 254.
Velocity 1465, runway 34, taxi via Sierra Whiskey Kilo. Tigos 536, runway 34, line up and wait.
Runway 34 line up and wait takeoff
Qantas 693,
536.
runway 27, line up and wait.
Runway 34 taxi via Sierra Whiskey Kilo velocity 1465.
Qantas 625, runway 34, clear to land.
Runway 27 line up and
Qantas
wait.
452, pushback
693.
approved, expect runway 3.
Runway 34
Qantas
cleared to land.
452,
Qantas
pushback
625.
approved, expect runway 27. Qantas 473, taxi to terminal via November Echo.
Taxi to terminal via November.
Tigos
Qantas
536,
473.
runway 34, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Runway 34 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000. Contact departure takeoff 536.
Tower 27 pushback approved.
Velocity
Qantas
858,
452.
runway 34, clear to land.
Tower 34 pushback
Qantas
approved.
452, runway
Qantas
27.
452. Runway 34 cleared to land velocity 858. Runway 27 Qantas 452.
Tigos 471, pushback approved, expect runway 34.
Taxi to terminal via Tango Alpha Rex 3574.
Velocity 341, runway 34, line up and wait.
Tower 34 pushback approved. Takeoff 471.
Qantas 473, continue taxi.
Runway 34 line up and wait. Velocity 341.
Tigos 471, runway 34, taxi via Sierra Whiskey Kilo.
Continue taxi Qantas 473.
Runway 34
Velocity
taxi via
341,
Sierra
runway
Whiskey
34,
Kilo, takeoff
cleared for
471.
takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Runway 34 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude
Qantas
3000.
625,
Contact
taxi to
departure
terminal via
velocity
Foxtrot
341.
Echo.
Tower takeoff 536 requesting push and start.
Qantas 628, pushback approved, expect runway 27.
Taxi to terminal via Foxtrot Echo. Qantas 625. Tower 27 pushback approved.
Qantas 473, hold
628.
position.
Tower TIGG US 254.
Qantas 473, continue taxi.
Hold position Qantas 473.
Qantas 625, hold short on taxiway Papa.
Continue taxi Qantas 473.
Qantas 693, runway 27, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Hold short of taxiway.
Velocity
Qantas
858,
625.
taxi to terminal via Tango Alpha.
Runway 27
Qantas
cleared for
452,
takeoff upon
runway
reaching
27,
altitude
cleared for
3000.
takeoff
Contact
upon
departure.
reaching
Qantas
altitude
693.
3000, contact departure.
Taxi to terminal via Tango Alpha velocity 858.
Velocity 1465, runway 34, line up and wait.
Runway 27 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude
628.
3000. Contact departure Qantas
Runway
452.
27.
Runway 34 line up and wait velocity 1465.
Qantas 45, pushback approved, expect runway 27.
Runway 27 Qantas 628.
Velocity 1465, runway 34, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Tower 27 pushback approved. Qantas 45.
Tigos 471, runway 34, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Runway 34
Qantas
cleared for
62.
takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000.
Qantas 628, runway 27, line up and wait.
Runway 27 line up and wait.
Qantas 45, runway 27. Qantas 628. Yeah, you just got to hold there for a second. Velocity 334, runway 34, clear to land.
Runway 34
Etihad 460, runway 34, clear to land. Qantas 447, runway 27, clear to land.
Runway 27 cleared to land. Qantas 447.
Runway 34 cleared
Qantas
to land.
628, runway 27, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure. Velocity 334, taxi to terminal via Foxtrot Tango Alpha.
Taxi to terminal via Foxtrot Tango Alpha, velocity 334.
Whiskey Sierra Delta Mike 60.
Runway 27 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure. Qantas 628.
Qantas 45, runway 27, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Runway 27 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure. Qantas 45.
Qantas 625, continue taxi.
Runway 34 cleared
Qantas
for takeoff upon
456,
reaching
pushback
altitude
approved,
3000,
expect
contact
runway
departure.
27.
Takeoff 471. Continue taxi. Qantas 625.
Etihad 460, taxi to terminal via Echo.
Tower 27 pushback approved. Qantas 456. Taxi to terminal via Echo Etihad 460.
Delta Mike 60.
Tower velocity 341 requesting push and
Sierra
start.
Delta Mike 60, pushback approved. Nope. Delta Mike 60. Nope. Whiskey Delta Mike 60. No. Oh, Whiskey Delta Mike 60. Pushback approved. Expect runway 34.
Ground 34 pushback approved. Wisdom 60.
Qantas 456, runway 27, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure. Oh, we're back to
Tower.
zero.
Qantas 47.
Qantas 447, taxi to terminal via November Echo.
Runway 27 cleared for
Whiskey
takeoff
Delta
upon
Mike
reaching
60,
altitude
runway
3000,
34,
contact
taxi
departure.
via
Qantas 456.
Alpha Kilo.
Runway 34 taxi via Alpha
Qantas
Kilo,
777,
Wisdom 60.
pushback approved, expect runway 27. Qantas 834, pushback approved, expect runway 27.
Ground
Jetstar
27
439,
pushback
runway
approved.
34, clear to
Qantas
land.
834.
Runway 34
Qantas
cleared to land.
692,
Jetstar
runway
439er.
34, clear to land.
Runway 34 cleared to land. Qantas 692.
Qantas 834, runway 27, line up and wait.
Ground 27 pushback
Qantas
approved.
777, runway
Qantas
27.
777.
Runway 27 line up and wait. Qantas
Q-Link
834.
2133, runway 27, cleared to land.
Runway 27 cleared to land.
Velocity
Q-Link
869,
2133.
pushback approved, expect runway 34.
Tower 34 pushback approved. Velocity 869er.
Qantas 447, continue taxi.
Runway 27 Qantas 777.
Jetstar 439, taxi to terminal via Foxtrot Tango Alpha.
Continue taxi. Qantas
Velocity 869,
447.
runway 34, taxi via Sierra Whiskey Kilo.
Runway 34 taxi via Sierra
Qantas
Whiskey Kilo, velocity
834, we're just
869er.
going to hold you there for a little
Say again.
second. Velocity 2239, pushback approved, expect runway 34.
Taxi to terminal
Velocity
via Foxtrot
239,
Tango Alpha,
pushback
Jetstar
approved, expect
439er.
runway 34. Qantas 834, runway 27, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure. Qantas 692, taxi to terminal via Foxtrot Echo. China Eastern 9006, pushback approved, expect runway 34.
Ground 34 pushback approved.
So we got a little
China Eastern 9006.
speeding there, getting us
Taxi to terminal
back
via
into
Foxtrot Echo Qantas 692.
back into a situation where
Runway
we would
27
like to
cleared
be.
for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure. Qantas 834.
Whiskey Delta Mike 60, runway 34, line up and wait.
Tower 34 pushback approved. Velocity 239er.
Velocity 239, runway 34, taxi via Sierra Whiskey Kilo.
Runway 34 line up and wait. Wisdom 60. Runway 34 taxi via Sierra Whiskey Kilo, velocity 239er.
Taxi to terminal via November Echo Qantas 447.
Ground takeoff 536 ready to taxi.
Qantas 839, runway 34, clear to land.
Tower velocity 341 ready to taxi.
Rex 34903, runway 34, clear to land.
Runway 34 cleared to land Qantas 839er.
Qantas 777, runway 27, line up and wait.
Runway 34 cleared to land. Rex 349er3.
Runway 27 line up and wait Qantas
Whiskey Delta
777.
Mike 60, runway 34, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Tower. Qantas 693 requesting push and start. Runway 34 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000. Contact departure Wisdom 60.
Okay, he's
Tower,
moving
velocity
very,
1465
very
requesting push
slow.
and start.
So
Tower.
how are we
Qantas
going with
625 with you, runway
Rexy?
34.
Let's have a look at
Tower.
Rexy.
Qantas 693 ready to taxi.
Do we
Tower,
have enough room
velocity
for Rexy?
1465 ready to taxi.
Where's
Tower,
Rexy?
Qantas 452 requesting push
There's
and start.
Rexy coming in,
Tower, velocity
but
858
he's
with you, runway
catching up.
34.
He's picking up
Tower,
speed now.
Qantas 452 ready to taxi.
Tower. Takeoff 471 requesting push
So
and
he's
start.
getting faster and faster.
Tower. Takeoff 471 ready to
Come
taxi.
on, get up in the
Tower.
air,
Qantas
buddy.
628 requesting push and
Come
start.
on, come on.
Tower. Qantas
Off you
45
go.
requesting push and start. Tower.
Yes.
Qantas
Phew.
628 ready to taxi.
Was that close or
Tower.
was that
Velocity
close?
334 with you, runway 34.
Wow.
Tower. Qantas 456
Fueling
requesting
2133,
push and
taxi to
start.
terminal via November Echo.
Tower. Etihad
China
460
Eastern
with you, runway 34.
9006, runway 34, taxi via Alpha Kilo.
Taxi to terminal via November Echo Q-Link 213.
Velocity 871, pushback approved, expect runway 34.
Runway 34 taxi via Alpha Kilo China Eastern 9006.
Qantas 777, runway 27 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Tower. 34 pushback
Rex
approved.
3493, taxi
Velocity
to terminal
871.
via Foxtrot Tango Alpha.
Runway 27 cleared for takeoff.
Qantas
upon reaching
469,
altitude
runway
3000,
27
contact
cleared
departure Qantas
to land.
777.
Taxi to terminal via Foxtrot
Rex
Tango
3281,
Alpha,
runway
Rex
34 cleared to land.
Runway 27 cleared to land Qantas 469er. Runway 34 cleared to land Rex 3281.
Tower. Qantas 45 ready to taxi.
Velocity, and he's
Tower,
still moving.
Qantas 447 with you, runway 27.
Tower. Wisdom 60 requesting
Velocity
push and start.
869, runway 34, line up and wait.
Tower. Qantas 834 requesting push and start.
Velocity 871, runway 34, taxi via Sierra Whiskey Kilo.
Runway 34 line up and wait, velocity 869er.
Runway 34 taxi via Sierra Whiskey Kilo velocity 871.
Qantas 839, taxi to terminal via Foxtrot Echo.
Tower, Jetstar 439er with you, runway 34.
Jetstar 576, pushback approved, expect runway 34.
Taxi to terminal via Foxtrot Echo Qantas 839er.
Tower. 34 pushback approved. Jetstar 576. Tower. Qantas
Velocity
456
869,
ready to
runway
taxi.
34. Q-Link 2133, continue taxi.
Continue taxi Q-Link 2133.
Runway 34 velocity 869er.
Tower. Qantas 692 with you, runway 34.
Qantas 454, pushback approved, expect runway 27. It's getting dark.
Qantas 777 requesting push and start.
Tower. 27 pushback approved. Qantas 454. Ground. Wisdom 60 ready to taxi.
Ground, Qantas 777 ready to taxi.
Q-Link 2133, hold position.
Ground. Qantas 834 ready to taxi.
Qantas 454, runway 27, line up and wait.
Hold position.
Velocity
Q-Link
869,
2133.
runway 34 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Runway 34 cleared for takeoff.
Rex
upon reaching
3493, hold
altitude
position.
3000, contact departure velocity 869er.
Rex 3493, continue taxi.
Runway 27 line up and wait. Qantas 454.
Sierra, no.
Continue
Sierra
taxi, Rex
November
3493.
Delta.
Hold position. Rex
Sierra Delta
3493.
4. No.
Tower.
Sierra
Q-Link
November
2133
Delta
runway
4.
27.
No. November Delta 4. Delta 4. Nope. Sierra 4.
Tower,
No.
velocity 869er requesting push and start.
Jetstar 576, runway 34, taxi via Sierra Whiskey Kilo.
Tower, velocity 869er ready to taxi.
Qantas 454, runway 27 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Runway 34 taxi via Sierra Whiskey Kilo Jetstar 576. Runway 27 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure Qantas 454.
A Snowbird 4, pushback approved, expect runway 34.
Tower. Rex 349 or 3
Qantas 469, taxi to terminal via November Echo.
Ground, 34
Qantas
pushback
213,
approved. Snowbird
Q-Link 2133, continue taxi.
Continue taxi Q-Link 2133.
Okay.
Taxi to terminal via November Echo Qantas 469er.
We're going to get those three down the bottom off up in the air very soon. Snowbird 4, runway 34, taxi via Alpha Kilo.
Tower. China Eastern 9006 requesting push and start.
Velocity 232, runway 34 clear to land.
Runway 34 taxi via Alpha Kilo Snowbird 4. Runway 34 cleared to land velocity 232.
Velocity 239, runway 34, line up and wait behind next landing aircraft.
Tower, velocity 239 ready to taxi. Runway 34 line up and wait behind next landing aircraft. Velocity
Velocity
239.
1375, runway 34, clear to land.
Tower, Qantas 839er with you runway 34.
Runway 34 cleared to land. Velocity 1375. Tower, velocity 871 requesting push and start.
Rex 3281, taxi to terminal via Foxtrot Tango Alpha.
Ground, China Eastern 90006 ready to taxi.
Taxi to terminal via Foxtrot Tango Alpha Rex 3281.
Looks like the pilots will
Tower,
need to catch up
Qantas
here.
469er with you runway 27. Tower, Snowbird 4 requesting push and start. Tower, Rex 3281 with you runway 34.
Qantas 469, continue taxi.
Tower, velocity 871 ready to taxi.
Continue taxi Qantas 469er.
Tower, Jetstar 576 requesting push and start.
Tower, velocity 232 with you runway 34.
Tower.
Who
Qantas
know? Who
454
said that you
requesting
can't
push
have
and
action
start.
here in Melbourne?
Tower, Jetstar 576 ready to taxi.
Velocity 232, taxi to terminal via Foxtrot Tango Alpha.
Tower, Qantas 454
Velocity
ready to taxi.
239, runway 34 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Taxi to terminal via Foxtrot Tango Alpha velocity 232.
China Eastern 90006, runway 34 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Runway 34 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure. Velocity 239er. Runway 34 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure. China Eastern 90006.
Qantas 469er.
Ground.
Qantas
Snowbird
496,
ready to
pushback
taxi.
approved, expect runway 27.
Tower, 27 pushback approved. Qantas 496.
Q-Link 2058, runway 34, clear to land.
Tower, velocity 1375 with you runway 34.
Runway 34 cleared to land Q-Link 2058.
Velocity 871, runway 34, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Tower, Qantas 496 requesting push and start.
Qantas 496, runway 27, line up and wait.
Runway 34 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure. Velocity 871. Runway 27 line up and wait. Qantas 496.
Tower, Q-Link 2058 with you runway 34.
Tower, Qantas 496 ready to taxi.
So have they finally caught up, it seems. So we're just going to get these 3 more departures going, and that shall be the end of it. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please subscribe. Tell your friends and family
Tower,
and
Qantas
everybody all
449
about
with
it
you
from
runway
work.
27.
Very important. We want to go and see if we can finally crack 50 subscribers, 75, maybe 100. Let's make the impossible possible. Qantas 449, runway 27, clear to land.
Runway 27 cleared to land. Qantas 449er.
If you're one of these wonderful persons, Jetstar 576, runway 34, line up and wait. That
Runway
actually
34 line up and wait. Jetstar 576.
produce these timetables, then please, 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 please give me a timetable for Melbourne with lots of action. I will try and give it all. It doesn't need to be a regular timetable. Of course, it would be excellent if you did find one, if you would produce one. Velocity 1375, taxi to terminal via Foxtrot Tango Alpha.
Taxi to terminal via Foxtrot Tango Alpha. Velocity 1375.
Tower,
Jetstar 576, runway 34,
push and
cleared
start.
for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Runway 34
Qantas 6907,
cleared for takeoff
pushback
upon
approved,
reaching
expect
altitude
runway
3000,
27.
contact departure. Jetstar 576.
Tower, 27 pushback approved.
Takeoff 561, runway
6907.
34, clear to land.
Tower, takeoff 561 with you runway 34. Runway 34 cleared to land. Takeoff 561.
See, we've cleared everything. We are in the plus. Not much, but we got it back. Come on. Chop chop.
Tower, Qantas 6907 ready to taxi.
Qantas 6907, runway 27.
Runway 27 Qantas 6907.
Tower, velocity 867 requesting push and start.
Come on, Q-Link. Taking forever. You're gonna fall off there in a second. Snowbird 4, runway 34, line up and wait.
Runway 34 line up and wait Snowbird 4.
So this is going to be a close one to get Qantas 496 up in the air. Qantas 496, runway 27 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure.
Runway
Off you
27
go.
cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 3000, contact departure Qantas 496.
See, the other one is coming in fast. Touch and go. It's going to be close. It's going to be very close. Get up. Get up. He's not getting up. He's not getting up. Okie dokie. Alrighty guys, that's it for the day. Let's turn it off. And look at this wonderful sunset in Australia. So yeah, as you saw very much, it was just a very close, too close for comfort, and so be it. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe. We shall see each other again next time. All the very best. Goodbye everybody.